PS Crypto, hello everyone. Let's get out of this. Bitcoin. I haven't done a video on Bitcoin in probably a month and a half. I doubt anyone misses me, but I miss talking to myself about Bitcoin. Anyways, uh, the current situation with Bitcoin is actually better than most people are talking about out there. There's a lot of fear surrounding Bitcoin. There's a lot of videos saying Bitcoin is going to break below 20,000, which if it happens, actually, we're doomed for another probably at least 1 year bear market. There's obviously things that are happening in the news, like the dollar gaining power, which traditionally means if inflation is less, that means the Bitcoin is going to be worth less against the dollar. But we're seeing some interesting thing with Bitcoin. The DXY index is improving, yet Bitcoin is holding steady and solid. That's actually a very good sign. And we've been going sideways with this Bitcoin thing for such a long time now. Uh, Let me see here. It's been months, really. And that's also has given a lot of people some doubts because traditionally sideways action with low volume and high volatility in the markets means a crash. So that's why a lot of people are projecting a lower target to about 10,000, 12,000. We spoke about these targets a long time ago, about a year ago. But here's the thing. The $20,000 level with Bitcoin, and when I say level, it usually covers, a couple of thousand up and down. That level is psychologically very strong because we spent, if you remember, about 3 years trying to break it and go back to it, and we are above it, and now it's acting as support, and it is very strong support. And from my view, the weekly chart shows us a uh, pretty good outlook in my opinion. We saw capitulation here. This is not easy. This is actually a record right here. We've never seen this kind of capitulation. Consecutive weeks in the red. There's a exception there, but we've never seen this many weeks consecutively ever for Bitcoin. And we continued to go sideways after that. So it only leaves us to speculate. The only way is up after this, and it seems that we are potentially forming a double bottom here. If you want to go back to the old bear market here, we saw capitulation. We started to form sort of a double bottom here, and we moved on with our lives to better days. Honestly, that's what I see. I don't see Bitcoin breaking below this level right here. I see still more sideways action, more stagnation, but potentially, hopefully, possibly, eventually, a move to, I don't want to say an all-time high. I think an all-time high for us is a long time from now. Now, I've mentioned about Bitcoin, sort of the sentiment about Bitcoin changing in the long term. People used to always predict that Bitcoin is just going to continue to go up, but I think now people's opinion about Bitcoin as an asset is more towards a volatility, high risk, high reward sort of asset where I think it's just gonna stagnate and have large swings in price for probably a long time. So I see this entire, I'm looking at the weekly chart, this entire area right here being a channel which we might trade in for years to come. And you never know, um, that's just the way the markets sometimes work. The market structure for the stock market, if you really zoom out, you had this similar structure for decades before we broke out. We broke out in the 60s, we broke out in the 80s, all the way to the thousands. And yeah, we're talking here decades. I don't want to go as far as say decades with Bitcoin because things move a lot more quicker. But I don't see us breaking an all-time high anytime soon. Anytime soon. probably after 2025 at the earliest. That's all I have for you, really. Just trying to sharpen my skills back. I haven't been doing much except being on the forum. There's some videos out there of me just forum doing a little for me. I've been away from crypto, but hopefully we'll keep an eye on this out for you at something like that. Whatever. Anyways, I gotta go.